on today's video as we spend 69,000 credits on recruiting crew, and on top of that, we got ourselves some prototype chests to open and a bunch of other things to open. I want to give you guys a little bit of an update on how Infinite Galaxy looks like when it's time to make it to the middle, especially if you're trying to work with a ton of alliances at the same time and everybody wants to get in the middle. So sit back, slap a like on the video, and let's go. Hey there, YouTube. Welcome back to Gekko Gaming. We got 69,000 of these beauties to pop, and we're just going to start going through them and kind of talk to you guys a little bit about the situation, the conundrum, the situation we found ourselves in Nebula 14. Nebula 14 is soon to go into the middle, and things are looking kind of crazy. The middle gate video is going to come out as well, and we're going to pretty much give you all the guides and breakdowns of how we did things. We hopefully will be able to knock it out in one shot. We have a decent strategy as to what we want to do, but the problem isn't necessarily taking the building down. Believe it or not, when it comes to the middle gate, the hardest part isn't necessarily the middle gate, in my opinion, from what I've been seeing, but rather the level 4 forts that you have to do before the gate in order to be able to do the gate. But once all that is sorted, there is a pretty big problem. The problem is that there is probably a ton of alliances wanting to come into the middle and only 95 total territories. Now, reality is a top alliance within your nebula is going to want between 15 at the very minimum to 20 to 22 to 23 territories to be able to be properly sustainable and growing and maintaining as it should. But with 95 placements in the middle, things are not looking very good at all. And so the problem happens when multiple alliances want to come in and everybody is pulling their own weight. Now, when you choose who's going to go into the middle, you got to be a little bit careful because it's not only a game of power, it's also a game of who is friends with who, what kind of alliances can there be, and much more on top of that. Unfortunately, a lot of people think that because they are the strongest, because they're a top alliance, that means they deserve to be inside. But the reality is power doesn't mean much at all because power shifts consistently between alliances as time goes by. The reality is only 4 alliances can... Ooh, we got a purple right there. Only 4 alliances, Lincoln, can sustainably stay in the middle without harming the nebula as a whole. When you try to get too many people in, you're going to have too many people with less territories, less buffs, less gathering capabilities, and it's overall just a tragedy. Believe it or not, staying in Zone 2 can be super beneficial, especially if you can land some of the premium territory out there. And as a top alliance that potentially might not make it into the middle, definitely grabbing some premium territory in the Zone 2 is a good place to be at. Now, unfortunately for us in Nebula 14, things are not looking very clear as to who is going to be going in and what's going on. The unfortunate truth is that we might have to that's the wrong word to use. We might have to switch around our friends in GG4 to the current territory GGS holds, which is a better territory in Zone 2, while keeping them in Zone 2, which breaks my heart. Because when these guys joined us and when you guys joined to play with me, I obviously did my best to keep everybody at the tip of the spear. But the reality is, we need to be able to build a nebula with diversity within it. We need to be able to build a nebula that will have an ability to sustain multiple individuals from multiple alliances, multiple nationalities, and people that aren't necessarily affiliated with me. And that was a very clear situation in Nebula 14. If it's FDM and SLA, who were always at the top and strong players, if it's NCR and many, many others that came and went, there needs to be a way to make space not only for your own people, so far we're getting wrecked, damn, but also for the rest of the nebula in order to promote sustainability. In Nebula 14 right now, it looks like 4 alliances are going to make it in, and the dumbest part is that the 5th alliance that we would have gotten in would be GG4. There she is. Yes, 1 legendary. Thank the Lord. We got 1 legendary. And not only 1 legendary, we got Rubia von Hessen. So, hey, our first legendary. That's nice. By the looks of it, unfortunately, GG4 is going to stay out, which is a really, really, really terrible thing that had to happen. But I hope that we can get them enough good Zone 2 territory for them to be able to continue to progress. And remember that things always stay dynamic. You can't simply think that you will stay in the middle forever as you drop down in activity and in power. You can't think that you own or deserve to make it in. It's a game of diplomacy. It's a game of strength. And it's a game of working together collectively as a group of alliances that can run the nebula correctly. So, yeah. So far, it looks like we got a little screwed this opening, honestly. This was a fairly terrible opening, but at least we picked up a little bit of goodies. We picked up a little bit of these guys going on. We have some blues that we can level up as well. Leveling up these... Oh, well, I didn't want to do that. That's okay. We'll switch her out in a second. But leveling up your crew is crucial for you to be able to get more buffs. Spaceport construction just went up. If we have her right there in the crew. More building speed. That's what you want when you're in growth mode. We have here cruiser output 10.7% attack, but once we upgrade it, it goes up to 12%. So more stats, the better. You got a ton of these to upgrade. We're not going to upgrade them all. Just go through a few of them. The very basic ones, destroyer attack, really, really nice. And overall, once we go war mode, we're going to have a lot of these blues and greens that are super stacked weapon-wise. Energy recovery is an amazing one for passive barbarian hunting, or well, pirates hunting consistently. But this is not the main attraction. As we go through these and really quickly level them all up, let's go get the prototypes. I'm going to level the rest of them later. Let's go get the prototypes. We have a total of, I believe, 21 prototype chests to open. While we're at it, we can also open up the rest of these materials for gear. Those gear crafting ticket things are really, really, really important. So that's a good thing. 139 of the blue ones. Ooh, nice. 3 more epic ones and 23 crafting for the blues. That's great. So I can level up my blues even further. The 3 purple ones are actually very, very nice. Always good to get some more raw material. Raw materials needed all the time to craft and upgrade our gear. Let's get those 10. Wow, that was good. The 10 Peleus, I guess. Start with a secret prototype device and wrap it up with a big boy. We'll do it in 2 increments of 10, see if we get a little bit lucky. No luck in here, just another Argo. But can we get something good out of these? I'll do 10 and 11 just for the sake of it. Come on, baby. Bottom line here is, ooh, Argo. Okay, not what we really care for. Oh, well. At least we got 10 Artemis. That's better than nothing, I guess. That was not amazing at all. Some credits, some chests, we'll open those as well. The bottom line of this video is that unfortunately, by the looks of it, we're going to have a lot of war videos coming up very soon because it seems like the middle in Nebula 14 is going to be madness. And yeah, I really am not looking forward for it. Hopefully we can get to work together with our allies and friends and figure out who can run this nebula correctly and how we can, as a group of alliances, sort things out. But if you're looking for war in this game, wait for the middle, because the middle is going to be an absolute show. And so no need to go hunting for kills, because kill event happens at the same time. And boy, oh boy, I have a feeling the fires are going to light up real quick. I hope you guys enjoyed this little casual video. We're so busy planning the middle and all that. Tomorrow, war video in this channel. We had a pretty massive war happen a few weeks ago, and I finally can tell you guys the story of that. So that's coming tomorrow into this channel. Make sure you subscribe down below, slap a like. I'm Gekko. I'm out of here. Appreciate this kind of who dropped a like on this video, and I'll see you in the next Infinite Galaxy video. Take care and have a good one. Peace. And for the record, I'm loving this game. It's been so much fun, except it's stressful as a leader, right? See ya.